Hey there Facebook Live, Vanessa here on a mission to help you guys out there who want more out of life, to really step up, own who you really are, own what you really want, and definitely go after it and have that courage and that confidence. And today's message is all about when the problem isn't the real problem. And this is one that I've actually it's happened to me again in my life. I'm so used to being on the end of being the coach and identifying a person's true problem and true issue when they see it appearing as something else. We're so quick to look at the symptom rather than at the cause. And thank you so much, Natalie and Alex, for joining. Awesome to have you guys here. And what I wanted to talk to you about is, a couple of days ago I was feeling really overwhelmed with a couple of things in my life, and I thought for sure I knew what it was, and I was trying to create a great system for myself and a to-do list and all this sort of stuff, but I was just feeling really overwhelmed. And I spoke to a friend, and what came out was just that wasn't the issue at all. And it was fun to kind of be in that realm, like be coached rather than be the coach at times, because it's so easy to see other people's true problems, but when it comes to your own, sometimes it's kind of like you're kind of oblivious to it. And that's why it's so good having somebody who can see at that outside perspective and give that to you. But so many times, how many times have you heard people who battled with their weight? They've always been trying to lose all this weight and never really be successful, or maybe they lose a few kilos and then they fall off the bandwagon and they pack it all back on again and they lose that self-belief. And ultimately they're trying to treat the symptom rather than the actual cause. They think the problem is how they're eating and exercising, but ultimately we've got access to all that knowledge. All of us know that if we eat less and we do more exercise, we're going to lose a bit of weight. But at the end of the day, why do these people lose a bit of weight and then gain it all back on? It's because they've been treating the symptom of the nutrition, the external, the going to the gym, and not actually tackling the deeper issues, the real problem, which is their mindset and relationship with self. And I see this playing out in no matter what area, wherever you are going after a certain result, and maybe you take 2 steps forward, 10 steps back, like you keep feeling like you're sabotaging your success, it's always because you're focused on the symptom rather than the real problem. And another example of this would be, we all want like financial freedom, right? We all want to never have to worry about money and be able to do whatever we want whenever we want. And at the end of the day, we decide, okay, well, if I spend less, if I make this budget for myself, or if I make more money, find a new way of making more money, then I'll finally be financially free. But you see these people who do take these actions, take these steps, these tangible sort of actions, but they end up back at square one. And ultimately, again, it's because they're focused on the symptom rather than the cause, which again comes from inside, and it comes from the money mindset in that scenario. So, in each of these areas, wherever it is, have you got something out there? I see Yan, hello from Thailand. Awesome to have you. That's so cool. And Julie and Hikam, thank you so much for joining. And yeah, tell me guys, have you battled with constantly getting a result, trying to get a result? What area of your life have you been trying to get a result and feel like you were taking 2 steps forward, 10 steps back? You feel like you've been sabotaging your success? I'd love to hear from you. Let me know right now, and I'll see if I can come up with some sort of, answer for you in this video today. And Rian, thank you so much for joining. It's awesome. And yeah, so for me, what I was battling with was a scenario where I wasn't moving forward in one area of my life, and it was holding me back. And I was sort of like, well, why is this happening to me? Why am I avoiding this, and why am I not moving forward here? And what came out, because I'm the type of person that I need to get it all out here. I need to talk about it. I need to talk it through so that then I can really understand it. I need to throw it out into the external world like a typical extrovert, and then I can make sense of it out here. And that's why, you know, getting it all out and talking it out, and sometimes that might be journaling, just writing it out, you know, getting it into the external, you get to see the patterns. And what came up for me was a completely separate area of my life where I had actually not being true to myself. I was holding back. I was not being really honest with myself, and you guys will always hear me talk about this, you know, talking into really listening. You always have the answers. You know, I love what Tony Robbins says, is that all you need is within you now, you know, and it's so true. We all think that we're trying to seek this answer outside of ourselves, when actually, in actual fact, if we just slow down, if we listen to ourselves, we have the answer if we're really being honest with ourselves. And yeah, so good to see you, Rani and Matthew. That's awesome. And Natalie, while you went live, I was reading purpose. Okay, awesome. Love it, Natalie. Glad this message has come to you at perfect timing. And yeah, that's my message for you guys today. I want to challenge you to think about what is that area in your life that you keep sabotaging your success, you keep going after this result and never really getting there, or maybe just moving a little bit closer, but it kind of just going backwards all the time and you're just feeling burnt out about it. I challenge you to identify what that is and identify what's the cause behind that problem. Maybe you're focused on that symptom and you need to look behind it. And you know, whether it is your weight that you're looking to fix up and you want to lose a bit of weight, you're not feeling the energy. And you know, I guarantee you it has nothing to do, you know, you don't want to treat the nutrition and the exercise. They're tools in your tool belt. But at the end of the day, what's holding you back is your mindset around why you want to lose that weight, your relationship with yourself, whether you love yourself enough, you value yourself enough to make this transition. There's so many fears that hold each of us back, and it's individual to you. So have a think about that. And yeah, definitely whatever area it is it in your finances? Is it in your online business? Are you trying to step into an online business and you feel like you've taken all the actions, but you know, you're not getting the results, and you know, you're having to try and motivate yourself to do things and it's not really in alignment, whatever it is, you know, you're just not getting those results. You know, in your relationship, a great one in relationships is, you know, treating, say a challenge comes into your relationship, say infidelity comes into your relationship, you know, and, you know, your partner has been unfaithful. And what happens there is we try and, you know, in our society, we blame that person who's been, you know, who's cheated on their partner, for instance. I'm just using this as an example. And, you know, and then we make the person who was cheated on the victim. And we start trying to change the person who, on perception, made the wrong move, you know, they did the wrong thing. We try and change them, and all the focus goes on that scenario and on that person, rather than identifying this is a symptom of a larger cause. And so many times you see these couples who go through that same scenario, and what you find is that emotional disconnection occurred so much earlier than that action was taken. And we need to identify that. We need to take more responsibility for that. And we need to start treating the cause rather than just those symptoms, because we're going to be beating our head against a wall. So I hope that has been valuable to you. I would definitely love to hear from you guys. What has been that challenge, and you're really struggling with identifying whether it is the symptom or the cause? Are you focused, is it the real problem, or is it just, you know, that symptom of the problem? And I would absolutely love to help you with that. I've opened up these 15-minute power sessions where I want to jump on an awesome call with you guys and I'll help you break through that current challenge. So if you're somebody who needs to talk this stuff out, if you're somebody who's not sure whether you're focused on the right things that are going to help you be successful, then I would love to jump on a call with you. So I'll put a link there, you can book in, and yeah, I can't wait to connect with you. And thank you again for everybody who has joined. Awesome. Leonie, I hear you've got the challenge is your weight. Then I need energy to finish my day. You know what I've discovered about energy? And this is a fascinating one. What I've discovered is that, and through my own personal experience, is that your energy doesn't come from just the way you eat, enough sleep. What I've found is when you find something that puts you in flow, and we all have different things that put us in flow. You know, I've recently been certified in personality psychology, and I've actually been studying how our brains are wired and how that affects our personality. And I won't go into all the nitty-gritties of it because it's very in-depth, but one thing is that we all have this main cognitive function or mental process that we each rely on the most, and it's different. So, and 80% of our time is spent in there if we can, and it's what we call our flow state. This is when you identify what this mental process is for you. There's 8 different mental processes that every human being uses, but we use them to varying degrees, and that's actually what impacts our personality makeup. And this one particular mental function that is your absolute favorite, when you identify this and you engage in it, it actually energizes you. It gives you so much energy. And just to give you an example of that, mine is actually a mental process that's nicknamed harmony. And it means that I gain so much energy when I get to interact and connect with people and identify what their needs are. That's what juices me, you know. I can be so burnt out and had no sleep last night, and I'm going to get on a coaching call or something like that, or you know, a webinar, or I'm going to engage with an audience, and I'm on. And after that, I am just buzzing. And I guarantee that there is that for you as well. And if that's something that interests you, I'd love to take you through a personality profiling session. So reach out to me if that's something that is of interest to you, because yeah, there is nothing better than building that self-awareness, and it gives you access to tools like identifying your flow state, identifying your growth state, what process to develop for you as an individual to grow more fully and wholly, and definitely how to tackle stress as an individual for you as well. So yes, Leonie, I hope that has helped a little bit. I know the weight journey is a difficult one, but make sure you're not falling into the category of 90% of other people who they just focus on the symptoms and they're constantly on a yo-yo diet and they're not happy. It beats down their self-belief, and I hate seeing it. So I would absolutely love to help you, Leonie, if you want to reach out to me, if you're having any troubles there. And Natalie, yes, awesome. If you're interested in the profiling session, reach out to me. We'll get connected. That would be awesome. And Matthew, you're telling me you got some problems with yourself losing weight and with your sleeping. Yeah, so definitely relationship with self. To me, I'll tell you guys a quick little story. I know I'm going on a bit here, but recently, you know, if you guys have been following me, you know that I've been stepping more fully into my truth and doing these videos and getting myself out there and no longer holding back, no longer hiding behind my past brand, no longer hiding behind, you know, the computer screen and all of this stuff, right? And what has happened to me is naturally, I've lost about 4 kilos in the last 2.5 weeks. And I am feeling so vibrant, so energized, and the best I've ever felt. And I truly believe that that comes from me identifying that next layer of who I really am and stepping more fully into that without holding back. So I guarantee you, Matthew, I would challenge you to look at that relationship with yourself, because we often go to, food and, create these bad, unhealthy habits because we're not happy with how we're showing up, and we're not aligned because we're not identifying who we really are, what we really want, and going after it, without that holding back. So it's all interconnected. And Matthew, if you need some assistance with that, I would absolutely love to help you with that. And another little tip on sleeping, just a little side note, is I've actually just got a salt lamp in my room, and before that, every night I read before I go to sleep. I find that it really helps me go to sleep and get out of the zone, the buzz. And with a salt lamp, what I've done is, instead of having this bright white light next to me, I've been reading next to a salt lamp, and it has been amazing. I've been having the best sleeps ever. So maybe something tactical like that would help you. But let me know how you go, and if you need any further problems. And thank you so much, Jasmine, and and Hickam. It's been so awesome. And Gosia, thank you. Thank you so much, guys, for joining. I really want to hear from you guys. I'm committed to doing these Facebook Lives. They juice me, and I love getting to engage with you all. If you have any questions that you want me to answer on one of these moving forward, hit me up. I love to be throw your questions at me. I love it. I love being spontaneous in the moment. So hit me with that. And if you have any ideas of anything that's coming up for you that you'd like to hear another perspective on, then definitely, leave a comment below. And Leonie, you can get in touch with me. What will I do? Just get in touch with me. Send me a message on Facebook. Just send it on Messenger. That would be probably the easiest. Or you can head on over to my business page at Vanessa Jane Patrick, Live, Love, Give, and send me a message there, because my messenger is getting overflowed and overwhelmed. So if you have sent me a message there, I will get back to you. It's just chockers. So I love it, and I will get back to you. But if you want to get directly to me, it might be best to go to my business page at this moment, and I'd love to connect. And okay, I've got this one last question. I know this is going on, but Saad has said, I have problems with my confidence when I try to make a decision. Another reason why the personality profiling is so important, because each of us either lead